Christ, dude, I hate Spectrum.
My apologies. I didn't mean to intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well. What would make Martha leave the rest? What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastport, the Empire's been tightening its grip round the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. I know it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. She's fallen into the hands of the Empire. We could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Finish with that long sax head.
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it. And unless you got some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry'll keep it.
I'm begging you, Spectrum, let me fucking do something with this. Please, come on. I can never do anything with this shitty ISP. Come on. Oh, dude. Please, let me fucking stream. I want to stream, but this fucking shitty ISP doesn't let me stream, please. Am I legit doing anything wrong?
Tin away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rot for a moon or so. Assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left.
Dude! Are you... I want to fucking shoot Spectrum. Come on, please let me.
Him. Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things sorely lacking in the Deadlands. Now, if I'm not so unkind...
Dude, come on, dude.
That's to ask you to fell a faraway forest and lug the logs back here to the mere. Which is why we'll be needing a suitable alternative. And it just so happens I once heard the thorny pitchers of Curltail Falls cover themselves in a sticky wax to trap birds and beetles and whatnot. Might be enough to tide me over.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway forest. That's for certain. Easier than felling a forest, I said. Trees don't have teeth. I can't imagine Obolus needing any more than this. Time to head home.
Welcome back, Sid.
Well, did you find me some wax?
Find is one way of putting it.
Ugh! Reeks like a chocobo's arse. I don't suppose the Argo will mind as long as he stays above the waves.
Argo. So your boat has a name. I didn't know.
Yeah. Same as me old man. He was a ferryman himself back before the Blight came. The boat's all I have left of him. And thanks to you, he'll sail another day.
Cock and ball.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to a physical, John. Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up. Look. Up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields.
The bastards caught wind. The Abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then, they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Black Shields? Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire. company. Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Please, Spectrum, not now. Come on, dude.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
Got him.
Is that all of them?
I think so. I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Found her.
The abbot.
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sid's aid and tell her
This wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive? He's gone.
Man.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Spotted us, Torgal? What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
Surprise, surprise, trying to stream, I had a problem.
Slow.
Oh wow, imagine that.
I'm streaming right now, but I still have problems with texting.
Slow.
Can't figure this shit out.
Imagine that.
Let's try.
Family in the background.
What happened?
I said you really are Hispanic. I can hear your family in the background. I am taking a break from my faith strength character to make a new character. It is going to be very funny. It's only going to use bows.
What is it gonna use?
It's only going to use bows. Great bows, specifically. So I need to fucking get to Stormvale Castle as quickly as possible to farm the archer bow build. I need that fucking great bow. Because that will be what my main source of damage is until I get the Dom's great bow. And then as soon as I get the Dom's great bow, that's the run, basically.
You know that weird fucking build video that I was doing?
What about it?
It's just fucking dual wield Radon's Greepo and you just roll him Greepo.
Oh yeah. Because the fucking Golem Greepo has like insane scaling. It's like the best scaling of any great bow. And then use Radon's to buff the damage of the Radon spears.
Let's try.
Technique.
Oh, did you see what I said about my phone?
That's you, bro. That is broken.
Yeah, the new one came in today.
What did you get?
And look, it's another pixel, but I guess Google has stopped supporting the 5A because they sent me a 6A.
Hey, free upgrade.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily, because I still had to pay my fucking deductible for setting it in for quote-unquote repair, basically. But yeah, it's a Pixel 6A now, so now I need to get a new case.
just get a D-brand case.
I will not support your sponsor.
I got my fucking I got my flip case from D-brand. It took them months to make it because they're trying to figure out how to do a foldable phone case.
Oh, you have a foldable phone?
Yeah.
Which one?
The Flip 4 from Samsung.
I've heard okay things about that one.
So shall the waters cleanse.
It's actually pretty good. I might, but I'm probably gonna wait until next year to upgrade.
Yeah.
Because I've had this phone for like almost a year now.
Oh, that's a rune bear.
What of the Imperials?
A pyre was
Dude, what
made.
is it with fucking games
more
and
than they
making
deserve.
bears more powerful than, like, bosses?
We should go back.
I don't know.
Cole is worried about Martha.
Like, the fact that a bear can kill a dragon in Skyrim is fucking ridiculous. Did you know that?
I did not. I don't play Skyrim.
Yeah, bears have more health than dragons.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
It's fucking stupid.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Oh no, I just realized I won't be able to fucking deal with
Doesn't mean their
the
blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their
glintstone
remains.
miners until I
That was good of you.
actually
should have been
get
me.
the great bow.
This was all my fault.
The samurai starts with a
You couldn't have
the
known.
Uchikatana.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad
I
devils descending
decided
on
to
villages
try
in the
out
dead
a
of night
meal
to
replacement
slit the throats
thing.
of sleeping bearers.
Doctor.
I assumed it was all just
That's
nonsense
more
concocted by the
prepackaged
Empire.
meals, so it's,
Nothing but a ghost story meant to make
I don't
folk think
think
twice
that
about lending a
counts it.
hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary
But,
times, you would have been
Oh,
right.
meal replacement. Okay.
yeah, meal
What these
replacement.
black shields are doing.
Not fucking soylent.
Replacement.
Which begs the question,
Replacement.
why do it at all?
I
My
had
mother
all.
obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
Not soylent. Soylent.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more
Yeah,
time on
no.
their hands.
I mean,
Right
if
now,
you don't like
need swords
like
and
just
men
soy
to
stuff
wield
in
them,
general, you are not
preferably
going to
big
like it.
ones.
Obviously.
If those Imperials think
I,
they can come
shit,
here
it's only
again
8:40,
and
what the
threaten
fuck?
my people, they're in for a rude awakening.
I got a.
Oh, before I forget, a
control.
Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well.
It's more.
Will you be all right here, Martha?
It's basically
We can stay longer if you
described as
wish.
like a
No need.
drinkable
I'll be
cereal.
ready should the
I guess.
Imperials come calling.
But it's actually good
Though
for you.
I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them
What the fuck is
strapping
this?
young curse breakers.
I opened Chrome on my fucking phone, and the first thing that I see in the game news is Catgirl strategy RPG comes out of nowhere to soak up Final Fantasy Tactics and Fire Emblem comparisons.
What the fuck? Catgirl strategy RPG.
Try not to move.
Oi! You there! You handy, course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now,
I might.
question is,
I
are you
might
willing
go
to
back.
use it or
I
not?
might go try to do
There's
that.
a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
That crafter challenge when I
Chocobos.
finish
You
Final
heard me
Fantasy
right.
16.
Wild
Oh, God.
birds?
It's gonna be
The big
fucking
ones?
nightmare.
That is
And
going to
not just
be
any
nightmarish.
chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock.
Oh,
Bravest
I
birds you
heard
ever
through the
did see.
grapevine that apparently there's going to be
They
the option to
protect
start
travellers round
at
these parts from bandits and the like.
and Walker Patch
Chocobos.
content.
Fighting
Oh,
bandits.
and Walker
It's
Patch
true.
Content?
Why,
Yeah.
they saved me from a gang of
It,
footpads.
it
only
makes sense because
yesterday.
that is a new story.
Nasty lot they were too.
Yeah.
And now they're back, looking to settle the score.
Oh no,
Go on then.
Spectrum
Don't
is
just
fucking
stand
up.
there.
Oh no.
Go and help them.
Wow, imagine that.
All right.
Oh,
There's a good
Spectrum
lad.
is finally working
Where can I
again.
find these chocobos?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten
Oh
scoundrels
yeah,
were
but yeah,
driving
have you
the
seen
poor
what I
things
said
towards
about
the
my
old dock.
fucking business
It's a dead
PayPal?
end, that is.
Yeah,
You
that's
save
fucking
Whiteheart and
stupid.
her flock, you hear me?
They
There
asked
ain't a
me to put in
pluckier
more
bird in
information
all the world.
about like, oh,
She's a
what do you
hero to
what
us
do you do? So I
locals.
put in so
Don't
obviously
worry.
I put in my
You'll
kick
know
channel.
her when you see her, right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And then they said, yeah,
Good luck to you.
we're sorry, we can't trust you. You're
If
gonna have
those
to
no good
permanently limit
bastards
your
are
account.
hiding from me.
I mean, you asked what I do. Why the fuck is my account permanently limited?
Wait, permanently? Like they can't increase it later?
Nope.
What the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
White Hart.
So I can't use Stream Elements, Stream Labs, or the one that I'm using, Botrix.
What the fuck?
And if I want to receive donations from those, I have to use my personal PayPal, and that's gonna reveal my real name.
It's still so crazy to me that everything like that doesn't have a fucking middleman thing that goes there and then sends it to you.
Yeah. That's why I fucking switched to Ko-Fi. Or Ko-Fi. And made a Stripe account so that it gets deposited to my
A
bank.
white feather.
Yeah.
It's
Ridiculous that you
I
even
thought
have to jump
Ambrosia
through
was
those
one of a
hoops, but...
kind. Speaking of brave bats,
I tried messaging them. I tried contacting
Looks like they went that
customer
way.
support, but you know, because my account's permanently limited, they're gonna be like fucking
Wait,
reluctant to help me because you know what happened.
I just figured
These
out
chocobos
what to
aren't
use in
going
the
down
meantime
without a
until I get the
fight.
great bow.
What?
The flail.
Nice.
they're in trouble.
Because I'm using the great bow, I'll have to have both strength and dexterity. That's what the flail needs, strength and
You
dex.
cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Are you going
Because she's something
to
of a hero in these parts.
are you going to build
You hurt
poise
her,
for your bow build?
And I hurt you.
Yeah, of course.
Like have fat roll poise.
Or better still, how about we
Uh,
hurt you both?
All right then.
Maybe, since you can jump
Don't
over
say I
attacks.
didn't warn you.
True.
Oh yeah, so they made some changes a few days ago in PvP. For some fucking reason, they're increasing they increased poise damage in PvP of all weapons,
Oh,
and also some spells and incantations. But in exchange for that, they made you take reduced damage while you're using hyper armor attacks and increase the hyper armor values. So they're just fucking going back to the Dark Souls 3 PvP, which is fucking stupid. Like, the whole reason that the Elden Ring PvP was good was because it set itself apart from fucking 1, 2, 3, and Demons.
Let's try.
but yeah, it fucking sucked that the amount of fucking suits that I had to jump through in order to set up on the next stage.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's why I'm streaming. It is differently aged. That's a wrong word. So I went, oh, I'm sorry, I mean differently aged. Why can't I say it? I am that.
God, I want to play the. I got one of those subscriptions for PS Plus. I want to try out the old Ratchet and Clank games.
Yeah.
Fucking love Ratchet and Clank.
He's good.
You're safe now.
I remember
Right
fucking
heart, I
beating
presume.
the PSP one like 8 times. Also,
You know her, boy.
surprisingly, shockingly, Jedi Survivor is coming to PS4 and Xbox One.
That scar. It couldn't be.
I do not trust them. Because that is...
Ambrosia.
That is going to be a fucking nightmare. Because the PS5 version already didn't run that great.
It is you. You survived.
Yeah, what the fuck? The flail has the hyper armor? I'm sorry, what?
And you found yourself a flock.
I got hit by one of the glintstone miners, and I still like followed through with my attack. What the fuck? Why, why have all weapons of the fucking flail?
You sorted the
hyper armor?
bastards then. I knew you would.
It's so dumb. Like, it's great, but it's dumb.
And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry, I didn't
Okay,
mean to
so
pry.
I looked at an
Matter
article
who
about
you are, you done right by
about
me.
a feature that Kick introduced way before Twitch.
where does it go?
Apparently, there wasn't a fucking
wants her master
feature
back,
to
I
download.
reckon.
There wasn't a feature on Twitch to download clips straight from the page.
Really?
Yeah.
Told you. And it seems our
That's
pals agree.
Is that
Odd,
it?
to say the least.
You want to come with me?
Also, looking at the article, it's gonna be fucking
Bugger
like
me if
it's
this
gonna
ain't
take
a heartwarming
so long
sight.
to get used to the fact that Twitter's
Next time
now
the stables
X.
will be hearing about this
Yeah.
tonight. Oh,
Yeah, man.
Stay
I can't
right
wait to
where you
search for
are.
Pokemon Twitter videos. Oh, wait, hold on. Pokemon X.
No, Pokemon Triple X.
Yeah. This is almost going to be as bad as people fucking, or children being
Doesn't
scarred
she
when they're
got
trying to
an
look up
handsome
gameplay
figure,
videos of Pokemon X.
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Few scraps of
Oh
leather's
shit,
very
hold on,
least
I'll be
I
right
owe
back, my
White
food's
Heart.
almost here.
Alright.
Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Hey, I leveled up. Chocobo.
Yeah!
Yo!
Where's Gav?
I hear there's trouble.
Hold up, yeah.
Everyone used to live in the sky. They ain't flying.
How good it is to see you, Clive. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. Now this, I believe you will find most interesting. What subject shall we consider today? You are always welcome, Clive.
But none of the curse breakers have returned.
Ah, Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals. Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
What are we waiting for, indeed?
I'm back.
Yo.
While I was sitting on the couch waiting for the driver to actually get there, I was watching some videos and I saw a fucking Pippa clip.
What is?
It was like something that she was saying in one of her streams about donations, so it was taken like severely out of context. But the verbatim thing that she said was, "The donations aren't worth it if it's less than $100."
That broom's as ragged as...
So taken out of context, that is like a very bad look.
Yeah.
Arthur's all right.
Like I think I know exactly like what stream that clip is from, and like she was in the process of saying like, you know,
It's where the curse breakers post
if it's less than
$100, because they can't be.
Twitch isn't really going to do much with it. Like most of that's probably going to get taken by Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
Like not a whole lot of it's going to be seen by the streamer themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, leaving your mightiness aside for the moment, the people of Valisthea are going through a lot already. What with the Blight and the war, the last thing they need is ungodly fiends terrorizing them on top of everything else. So if the curse breakers are too busy to help, then perhaps I can. Or at least I can try.
I actually gotta do the story content in FF14 whenever I get the chance to.
You know what?
I need to do the new story content in FF14 when I get the chance to.
Ah.
And if I want to do that crafter challenge, I have to start now, because I doubt if I start later, I'm not gonna get done before Dawn Trail releases. That is gonna be hundreds of hours putting into doing the most tedious thing.
I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
I'm gonna have to
It's good to know that
fucking
something
pray
in the
that
old hideaway
RNG is
still
on my
lives on.
side with creature
Martell's
materials.
pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now.
Yeah, you
All our
better
hard
fucking
work's
hope, bud.
finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. Welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do for the hideaway. You couldn't take them some, could you? Seems better them coming from you.
It'll be nice being the bearer of good news for a change.
Thank you. She always had a soft spot for that lot, see? And once they've had their share, I'll see to it that everyone else gets some. Here you go. Martell apples, they're called, in honor of her memory. You hear that, Martell? Today's finally the day.
Oh yeah. So I think that the sugar skull branding for your stuff looks nice. I still think it would have been a fun idea to do the fucking schizo thing we were talking about before.
I would still need to make a commission for whenever I get big enough. I have to make a commission for a shirt.
A model.
Yeah, model. Obviously, it would still be fucking an anime's art style.
That broom's as ragged as...
But still, it would be a Day of the Dead theme.
Yep. Yeah, the fucking schizo thing. You could have called your chat members your head voices.
Yeah. Courtesy of Martell.
Martell. Now, where have I heard that name before?
Weren't she the girl from the Furrows?
Of course she
And then, of course, the whole thing with any guests just
saw
being like a
that
fucking
one.
Funko Pop on your
Love
wall. That
plants
talk.
more than people.
Aye, and brave as a bane might. Remember when she ran back into the hideaway to collect them trees when Titan attacked? Wait.
Or hell, even put like a
Those
desk
apples, are they?
in front of your avatar and just have them being a
You'd
little
have been
model in a
proud,
jar.
And rightly so. Thank you, Sid.
Others weren't so lucky, though.
Them old apples.
A gift from the backyard. For your service.
Blimey, these take me back. I haven't seen a hideaway apple since. Old Sid was the only one who could stomach the things. He'd nab 'em right from the branch, make Martell livid. Not that anyone could stay mad at the man for long.
That sounds like the Sid I knew, all right.
Planning on keeping that lot to yourselves, were you? Hang on. These aren't Martells, are they? I'm glad to see someone carried on what she started. Can't
Oh,
have been easy.
did you see what I posted earlier about Dead by
They
Daylight?
should be happy.
Alien.
Didn't go to waste.
Yep.
I added you.
I
on-
am.
Tell the lad down in the backyard to run some over for me, will you?
I did not see it because I didn't have my phone until
So much as a thank
earlier
you.
today.
Well,
Damn.
I've got some manners at least. Thanks, Sid. You can leave the basket with me. I'll see that the others get their share. Oh, and give our compliments to the gardener, won't you?
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
I hear there's trouble there, Roselle.
I still don't like the fact that Sony isn't
alright,
willing to make the PS3 infrastructure work on PS5.
What do you mean?
So like, when they developed the PS5 or the PS3, it was infamous for being like notoriously difficult to work with. And so instead of trying to fix it so that they would be played natively on PS4 and PS5, they just choose not to.
The Curse Breakers sent their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of
So
Martel.
any PS3
remembered
games
her.
on PS that
After
are
all
played
these
on
years,
PS4 and PS5
Suppose she
are
was very
streamed
kind,
instead of native.
even to a tongue-tied lummox like me. You were one of the good ones, Martel.
Come
Why
on.
did you have to die?
It's like one easy thing to get right, and they flubbed it still
She
somehow.
put everything into her work. She wasn't going to rest until we had fruit sweet enough to enjoy.
Oh, you did
and
have
now
it,
we
was it?
do. When she died, I named a sapling after her.
I thought the ad was
And now
about
it's a
the
full-grown tree.
donation page thing.
Martel lives on through the fruit it bears.
It's
And
like a
through
few
you.
minutes apart. That's why.
Her dream
That's
would
why
have died with
they
her.
live together.
Had you not kept it alive. That's something to be proud of.
I didn't do anything.
Also,
really.
the
Thank you.
$1
You're kinder
donation
to me
goal.
than I deserve.
By the way, Otto's
It's a
expecting
bit of a
some of your
stretch,
crop. And I wouldn't mind some of it either, if that's not too much to ask.
Of course not. I'll see that you're both well provided for. They like your fruit, Martel. Isn't that wonderful? I'd say it's about time we planted you some siblings, don't you think?
Please. Please, audience, can I have one schmeckle? Might be overestimating a bit, but I think it'll work out.
Very large, loud, incorrect buzzer.
I love that description for the donation goal that I put.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I don't know. $1
I
is
needed his
an
eyes
accomplishment.
and nose in Dalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
Also, I've advised Emily to get
And
a
wasn't it Sid
PS5
who
as
said
soon as
that
she
matters
can.
such as these are best left to dominance?
Yeah.
Especially
Because,
should one of his
especially
beloved
if she's continuing
opportunities
to play
grow
FF14.
and change present itself.
Yeah.
Because I doubt with the new graphical updates, not gonna get the PS4 version is not gonna get supported.
Oh God, no.
I always knew that I would return one day.
It's a recommended requirement
to
for an
Iron
RTX 2060.
What?
Yep.
For what?
Oh my God.
I think minimum requirement is like GTX
After learning the
970.
truth, you were given the chance to face
Holy
your
shit.
past. If I am to continue
They
at your
are
side,
overhauling the whole game, so
must
it
do
would
the
be
same.
it would be like obvious that the requirements would increase, but Jesus Christ.
We will face it together then.
to the end.
And they said that they recommend that you have at least 144 gigabytes of space on your hard drive or SSD.
Goddamn. What is it right now?
79 right now.
Holy almost double? Are you fucking kidding me?
How far do you think your mother's reach extends?
It's a gigantic
Will we
update.
find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's
Plus
Rest?
the expansion
More than
content.
likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber. Straight home now.
I'm thinking if I'm thinking of either like getting a new PC in the near future.
Or
streaming mainly.
no, I said or. I thought you were
Or
raising that
maybe
like a question.
maybe try upgrading my current PC.
Mockery of
How old is your
justice
motherboard?
what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have
I
stood for this.
Don't know.
Quiet, you!
I've
Nothing, we're loyalists.
I've had this PC for 2 years now.
Look.
Do you know if it was new at the time?
Rosaria.
It likely was. It had a 30. It had a 3060 when I got it.
That she might rise once again from the
What
ashes.
was your processor? Or what is your processor?
It's a not a good one. It's, I
what
think
we,
it's a. I think it's a fucking.
Well,
Radeon 3.
Is it the best that your motherboard is able to handle, or can it upgrade?
It probably can upgrade. They said that I can upgrade it whenever I can.
Yeah, because I was gonna say based on whether or not your motherboard can handle a really good processor, that would really dictate whether you would get a new PC or not.
Ryzen 5.
Because I've been considering doing the same thing, getting like a pre-built computer that has like a really good processor and then like shitty of everything else, and then move all of my stuff, like cannibalize my current computer and put it into the new one.
Cooperation.
Like I don't know, get like a shitty fucking like $800 one from Walmart, and then like with a really good processor, take the power supply out of it that's guaranteed to be dog shit, and replace it with my platinum economy one.
Then they must be here for something else.
Shit like that, because you know I've got a fucking 3060
You fancy dancing?
that's just being throttled by my current shitty CPU.
I'm thinking of maybe getting a fucking Starforge Systems PC with even though I have to stick with a cock rocket on my PC.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There's been attacks on
And,
the garrison, supplies stolen. They
what was
even
it,
say
Starforge?
a Black Shield was murdered.
No, Linus Tech Tips made a
Empire
video
wants
on
answers from what the
Starforge, and
Empire
they said they're
wants.
doing custom
Empire
PCs every
gets.
month.
Don't they just?
The current
Keep
one
your
looks
ears open, eh?
really,
The Black
really fucking
Shields will
cool.
pay good coin for information on the culprits.
But with custom PCs, they're like usually the highest end stuff.
Yeah.
I heard it were 1,000.
So like this custom PC is like 5.5K. But it still looks pretty cool.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm
Let me see, Ryzen 9.
The Black Shields. Just now.
Uh,
You seen 'em,
liquid
didn't you?
cooling,
At least I think
64
there was a
gigs of
Black
RAM,
Shield. Can't say I ever saw one
NVMe
before.
2 terabyte.
Was this the first time they
Two
visited
of
the
them.
village?
NVMe.
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harbouring firebrands. Huh. If only we were.
And a
I might
4090.
turn them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know.
I'm gonna put it in VC text.
But we need to find out.
That's the this month's custom build PC that they have.
Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing.
And I think last month.
Christ.
I
What
speak
happened?
for the people of this village.
That.
And we have nothing more to say to
PC?
you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence
Last
puts
month
us
they
all
had a
in grave
Gundam
danger.
themed custom PC.
The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great,
I'm
and it's
link
just
that
as
one.
swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
It actually looks decent, and
Then we should be on our way.
for their
I don't know, it's way too bright.
For the OTK Games Expo, they had a only one PC that they gave out to someone,
These people live with a knife to their throats,
and it was like ultra high end PC.
in the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosari would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Even their lowest line, their lowest end creator PC is like 2.8.
Like 12. Oh, I was gonna say like what, 1200.
Come on.
That's mainly their creator PC. Their like lowest end gaming PC is like a lot lower, obviously.
That'll do, girl.
I would like the chance to watch my PC built live. This option can add 7 to 10 days of processing.
What the fuck?
I think it mainly has to do with the fact that they're ordering the parts and building it right on video.
It's so fucking
ready,
sick.
go.
I think it's more for the people who want to be reassured that it is a pre-built. It's more for the people saying like, yeah, I'm not sure this is an actual
More of my mother's men.
actually built by people.
Be safe.
Also, it's funny that Starforge came up like it popped up right after the whole Artesian build controversy. It was such a perfect time to adapt to it.
Faster!
Company.
We're not alone.
For the Empress!
run like the wind.
Damn, Daniel.
Meow.
Blood, Clive.
And still
Let me see.
wet.
What is their lowest option have? I5, air cooler, RX 6.
You were told to stay in your home.
6650.
The Black Shields.
16 gigabytes of RAM.
You know
1
who we
terabyte
are.
of PCIe
And still,
and NVMe.
you would bear
space.
your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again. I'll show you a true shield of Rosaria.
Damn, but
Damn, boy, he thick.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Aldil. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. Good girl.
Chocobo.
Find something, boy. Death.
Found her.
Death.
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But if the Black Shields have made it this far south, they may already be in Port Isolde.
No use calling Ambrosia now. We're approaching the Ewing Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Run like the wind.
Back to the stables, Carl.
Didn't happen to come by way of Oldhill, did you? Saw some Imperials clad in black making for the docks just the other day. The next morn, you couldn't see the sun for all the ravens.
I did, Mummy. I could hear him shouting from down the road. Hush, no. You didn't hear nothing.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
This is no time to ride.
Faster!
Just the one anyway.
I still can't fucking believe that Futurama shit is in Fortnite.
We like Fortnite. We like Fortnite. We like Fortnite. Also, is it safe to say now that fucking Fortnite he was way too overblown back then?
Oh yeah, easy.
The Lazarus.
I never understood the fucking massive hate
What
for it,
happened to
honestly.
this
My mother
I
happened.
think it's mainly because it's popular,
nobles who
therefore
lived
it's
here didn't
bad.
stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
The same sentiment went for Roblox.
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
That was Minecraft from like 2013 to 2017. I'm familiar with the concept, that doesn't mean I understand it.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have
Hating
mercy!
things because they're popular is a fucking stupid thing.
Mm-hmm.
But if they became worse by becoming popular, then I understand. Like if they fucking alienate their original fan base to appeal to masses, and then ruin the sanctity of the game by doing so, yeah, I agree. That's a stupid move.
Yeah.
Chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all! I said, where were you, filth? Back to your sties! Cut you down where you stand! Destroy it!
Oh yeah.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed.
I'm at like a third of the way to
We'll need to find another way in.
getting Madoka in that fucking Roblox game.
Nice.
But I don't know if I want to spend the currency to get her. I think I just want to save the currency, get her, and then awaken her.
Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same.
Because that also gives me a
Was
lot
that
of
the only
time
way
to
in?
potentially just get her as a drop, and not have to buy.
yes. Strictly
using the
speaking,
currency.
no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble. for Lazarus.
Dude, Armored Core is this month. It's fucking. It's still hard to believe that there's a new Armored Core game.
We'll find our way into the
It's
city
really
there.
fucking weird.
If you're sure. And the entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Like, it's great, but it's fucking weird.
Yeah. Hopefully that fucking
The good news is we haven't
that
seen a single black shield
that
since
controller
Oldham.
grip Armored Core,
Maybe
the
they
Armored
found
Core
who they
controller
were
grip
looking
meme
for.
isn't dead. The optimal Armored Core grip.
God.
You have access to all the buttons and hit them effectively.
Be safe.
Do not question the Armored Core grip. It is effective.
This is nothing like I remember.
I remember
quickly a
watching
crown
Vadi
can lose its
videos.
luster.
Video on all the Armored Core games that he used the Armored Core grip on one of the bosses
Yeah.
and beat it first try.
I mean, sometimes memes are a thing for a reason.
Yeah.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out. Or not.
Alright, Stone Digger Troll down. Got, War Medallion.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time
This
you
bow
joined
build,
him.
so that's just 500 souls.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't
Dude, it's so funny. The Roar
was there when you
Medallion on a
died.
fucking dragon incantation build is actually fucking terrifying. Like it is a significant enough increase to warrant slotting it in for that kind of a build.
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
I wanna get the fucking Crucible Tail from that Evergill. For my
we can speak inside.
For my temporary faith build. Or my spell for my like temporary spells.
Yeah.
Also
I would honestly say that it's worth getting the Godslayer seal from under
And those who
the
wouldn't
place in
bend the knee.
Stormdale.
We left before the Empire could make examples of
That's
us.
a great
we
that's
didn't
great
go
faith
far.
scaling.
Gotcha.
And we banded together to form the Guardians
And then
of
it
the
also just
Flame
boosts the
soon
damage of
after.
Godskin incantations.
Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging
Do
shields
you plan on
can
using
do
Dragon
against
Communions
the
at all?
might of an empire.
Of
Or Dragon
course.
Communion incantations?
Of course.
But
So then you know where to
we've
get the
seen
Dragon
to it that
Communion
their stay has been
seal,
anything
right?
but pleasant. Of late, though,
You know
we've
the
had our
Stone
hands
Sword
full just
key
trying to keep the duchy's few remaining
dungeon
bearers
underneath the starting
out of
area?
the Imperial's clutches.
Oh, yeah.
It's in a secret
saw
spot
what
there.
happened in Old Hill.
That you need to kill a
foul
Communion
work of
Knight,
the Black
or
Shields
a
and their
Dragon Knight.
mistress.
Gotcha.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp.
God,
They march in full force for Buick
went down
Bridge.
that easy.
Then so do we. Make ready.
Fucking one shot from the arrow killed it.
Damn.
This is their main
I've been
host.
watching a fucking
remove the head,
incantation ranking list.
Perhaps we can prevent what
The-
happened at
the
the
beginning-
docks from happening somewhere
The
else.
catch flame has been ranked as the second best incantation
do
in
nothing,
the game.
Then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
I haven't seen the potential until I saw that video. The fucking repeated cast is actually really
Yours.
good.
And ours.
Yep.
We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves
I-
shields have
It's a lot
committed in
faster
my
than you would
mother's
think.
name.
Mm-hmm.
It cannot be allowed to continue.
And
We
the
must put a stop
what the
to this
person ranked
madness.
as the best incantation is the Firestorm.
We must.
Yeah.
So let us go with you.
I can believe that.
For the good of Rosaria.
Because
Then, of course, as always, the fucking tried and true X-Fights Decay version
I
of the
was
Scarlet
hoping
Rot
you'd
Dragon
say
Breath.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Which, oh my
Very
god,
well.
X-Zyke is so difficult to
If
fucking
that
kill.
is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
Have you fought it yet?
Not yet.
And we at
Yeah,
yours.
it's a fucking dragon down
Let
in
us do our
Caelid.
duty.
With
Oh, wait.
pleasure, my
So you know
lord.
that's already going to be fucking difficult.
Wait, yeah, I remember fighting it.
Yeah, because it has not only the rot breath, but it
imagine
also
this
has a
endeavor
fucking
will
attack
require
where
more than
it
just
like
our
flies
wits.
over and spreads
Then let's
Scarlet
hope
Rot.
Sir Wade has a
Yeah.
good quartermaster.
I remember him.
We'll show him as much mercy.
Tell us then, Sir Wade. What is your plan?
Nothing fancy. You, Lady Jill and I make for Buick Bridge and provoke the main host at their encampment. Sensing an opportunity to end the Guardians, the Black Shields will call for reinforcements, who will be met from the rear by parties of my brothers hidden throughout the surrounding hills. This will allow us to wage battle on the bridge without fear of being overwhelmed. While the Black Shields have an advantage in numbers, you see, they prefer to fight in small units, which we can use to our advantage.
How small exactly?
Small enough, now that I have you and
Anyway,
Lady
get
Jill
enough.
for company.
For
I doubt I could have done this on my own.
Eastland Grave,
But until we arrive, that was your plan.
I will brave these rune bears.
You haven't changed a bit.
So Wade, the bearers from Oldale have been laid to rest.
Very good. Now make ready for battle.
As you command.
Art is in combat. We're starting to play music.
Thank you.
Damn.
Wait. Perhaps now they will find peace.
There is but one thing which will grant them peace. Putting an end to the Black Shields.
And so we shall.
So I did research on meal replacements, and obviously the thing that they said that they recommend while doing meal replacement is actually eat food.
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
Like even if you're eating,
what?
actually
How
eat
long have
food.
you been pursuing the Black Shields?
Since they burned their first village,
Even like they said,
we
even if
tracked
you're
down the
doing
bastards
a meal
responsible
replacement
and
thing,
fed their corpses to
eat actual
Stillwind.
food.
Suffice to
Yeah,
say,
still need to eat solid food.
that got their attention. It's been a game of
The body is not
cat and mouse
designed
ever
for
since.
a non-solid diet.
Yeah.
Because we are, in fact, not insects.
Mhm.
Look at me sideways.
Come along now.
And I'm looking to see what other, what
There
favors
they
I should
are.
get from Control.
On your command, my lord.
Yeah.
The one that I'm most interested in is fucking cookies and cream.
What is it now? I told you!
We bear a message for the Vicereine. From the Guardians of the Flame.
Ha! You presume to tell us that a pair of filthy vagabonds, a woman and a dog, could guard aught against the might of the Black Shields? Then come! Die
Why
along
the
with
fuck did
your
I laugh
flame!
at this thing? There's a fucking
Forest
cutscene.
area!
Forest area!
There's a cutscene where you get into combat with a fucking
Your petty
with a
revolution
group of
ends
enemies,
here.
and they said,
On
"Do you think a
these our
vagabond,
swords
a
we
woman,
swear."
and a dog could go against us?"
It was like he fucking said with that inflection when he went, woman.
Yeah. They emphasized fucking. They emphasized woman.
Bloody hell!
Lord, my head.
Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles.
Would you like some complimentary headphones? Oh yes, thank you. By the way, happy one over this phone.
More dragons.
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
Oh, me and my coworker have corrupted one of the other people at work.
Why?
He's getting into 40k.
Oh.
Albeit a misguided one. In taking it,
Like he bought a
You have
fucking
but
Dark
proven
Angel
our point.
starter set.
that this land is in dire need of cleansing.
Time for money investments.
Okay, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna have to use this for the time being.
So wait.
Switching off of the flail to the Lordstone greatsword.
There's no one left to keep them occupied.
Understandable.
We need to finish this.
We ain't finished yet.
I'll use that until I get enough strength to use the large club. I always pick up the large club specifically to help fucking Alligator. The heavy attack of that one is quote-unquote quest dialogue where he's like, man, if you hit me any harder, I think I would have shattered.
Come on!
You're telling me that's the Archduke's son?
We'll show him as much mercy as
May the blessing of the Phoenix go with you.
Oh, the floor just cracked. I think I might fall.
Come along now.
Your petty revolution ends here. On these our swords we swear.
Bloody hell! Reinforcements from the far bank!
Another wyvern to fight their battles for them.
The Imperials aren't taking any chances. I can't say I'm flattered.
A noble stand, albeit a misguided one. In taking it, you have but proven our point, that this land is in dire need of cleansing.
enough to keep them occupied. We need to finish this.
You mean finish him?
Damn, boy.
Someone fucking made
I don't see any more.
a Pinkie Pie mod for a pizza
Nor do
tower.
I.
Oh god.
The plan worked.
It did. It bloody worked. We sent every last one of the rotten bastards straight to the mud. Lord, perhaps this will be enough to stop the Cullings. For the time being, at least.
Perhaps. Though I doubt my mother will take this loss well. She'll move swiftly to see her minions' ranks replenished.
And then it will all begin again. I often wonder if the nation we once knew is gone for good. Her fields rot. Her people starve. We battled to preserve the flame that was, but for every foe we fell, another springs up in its place. Yet be that as it may, it is still our home, and we must fight for it, as we always have, and always will. For as long as the Firebird's flame burns in our hearts, the Duchy cannot die, and her loyal subjects may dream of a day when the Rosarian standard flies over Rosalith once more.
So wait,
Think we should fall back to Port Isolde before the garrison sends reinforcements? A sound strategy, my lord.
the fucking the Twitter community notes have been put on the mobile game ads now.
What's up?
The Twitter community notes have been put on mobile game ads now.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. Oh my fucking god.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
Appearances must be maintained.
Agrees that the second
Were the Vice
that
Regency
the
to
gunner
catch
PC
wind
looks
of
cool.
Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul,
Brian.
he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience. Especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
I might have something which could help with the latter. It's the mark of the Guardians. Display it, and those who love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do. I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it. If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance. Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago. And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue! You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo of the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit. See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster?
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more. Perhaps it would be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing. The one thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy, but now you're quite the outlaw. Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle. Right then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days. Something on your mind?
Monsters. When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that the lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused. And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that, I need to come to terms with my past.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Thank you, Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep. The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
I'm gonna drive through a Burger King.
I'm gonna drive through a Burger King.
Only the Founder knows what awaits us in the Iron Kingdom. But Vivian could probably make an educated guess.
I could never anymore after what happened to me 2 years ago with Burger King.
What?
Really bad food poisoning.
Oh.
I didn't take.
Oh, this? It's Valisthea, a culinary pilgrimage. I borrowed it from
You
old
said you did not enjoy your experience
Seems
being in
there's
the
no
drive-thru of
creature in the
Burger King?
realm so
No.
foul it can't be cooked up into something delicious.
I'm not lactose intolerant, but I felt whatever he was feeling.
Oh, where's your sense of adventure, Sid? Honestly, one glance at these recipes,
That's
and
a
even
myth.
you would trade in your sword for a butcher's cleaver.
What?
From spit roasts to sweetness,
Lactose
this book
intolerance.
has them all.
Mm.
What I wouldn't give to bring these recipes to life.
If it's my blessing you're hoping for, then by all means.
Well, I'm no hunter, Sid.
What kind of fucking
The first
bitch
ton
made
of worm
baby
I
do you have
came
to be
across would
saying
be
that
the death of me.
milk is giving you an
But
upset
you're made of
stomach?
sterner stuff. Would you help me resurrect one of these recipes?
Something tells me you won't be taking no for an answer. Fine, I'll help.
Fantastic! Thank you.
So, dare I ask what's on the menu?
Chance's Stew. It was once a favourite among the gourmands of Oriflamme, if the author is to be believed. Though Molly's never heard of it. The only problem is that while the recipe is extremely detailed in most respects, it's infuriatingly cryptic as to the main ingredient. A beast, no doubt. Most likely something that would make easy work of a simple cook with more broth than brawn, but...
Hello?
Unwanted
What's up?
violets. I've
What's up,
no
Cousin?
idea what they might be.
Does the book say anything else?
How's it going?
Well, only that the sweetest violets sprout atop the
Can't
bed of
we?
roses.
Roses.
Talk.
What
Area, perhaps?
What you up
One of the
to?
butchers in
Can
Martha's
you hear me?
Rest might know something.
Yep.
Oh,
I'll ask next time
We
I'm
couldn't
there.
at first, but we can now.
I'm doing trial of style.
Ah.
Because the thing for this week is really fucking good. It's the you know, fucking Blood Troll set is out this month. And it looks fucking great.
There are new billets being posted every day.
Clive! Oh, am I glad to see you?
Is something wrong?
It's Blackthorn. He ain't himself. And if I'm honest, he ain't been for a while.
What the fuck?
That normally it only takes a couple of drinks to perk him back up, but not this time. Something's getting him down. And whatever it is, he ain't telling. It's like he's lost his spark, you know? He's barely got enough fire in his belly to get the ump about stuff. But I'm thinking he might if we both bent his ear, because he respects you, innit? So, what you say?
I am playing Snelden Ring, making a new character to make a great bow build.
Fine.
Snowden.
If you think it will help.
Knew you'd understand.
That's kind of
But if he doesn't want to
cringe.
talk, we let him be.
You're cringe.
All right.
You're the wrong color.
Now, he'll only smell a rat if we both turn up at once. So, I'll go
Is
first,
that
and you
your
can meet us at the
mermaid
forge.
man, Sona?
Wait a bit,
That's
then head over when you're ready.
You're cringe!
Sounds like a baby Squidward shitting his pants.
Hell yeah, my nigger.
I could have sworn we had a few more.
I am under the water. Please help.
Please help me.
That monster's taking
One
quite
to
a
look up,
liking to
please. So, blub.
I am in the drive-thru of Burger King.
Maybe I'm done. Maybe I'm
Can
done.
I please get a Whopper with onion rings?
First August, and now you pair up soon. What's it got to do with me?
August was worried that something had been on your mind. You might want to talk about it.
Did you now? I told you not to stick your nose in my business.
I gotta take first place in trial of style.
What you go and do?
I'm just playing FF16
Clive just wants to
right
help,
now.
innit? What's so bad about that?
It's good.
Talk to
FF16's really fucking good.
You never know, you might
Yeah.
feel better for getting it all out in the open. Please, mate.
But
I'm
I've only
worried
been
about you.
playing it on stream,
What?
so kind of flip.
My
Shut me
computer
up.
crashed.
It's
Didn't get
nothing really. Stupid.
Wait, what happened?
Not the sort of thing you bother people about.
Why don't you tell us all the same?
Spectrum, it do be fucking up sometimes. Hello?
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier.
Hello, everybody. My name is
Welcome back to
Markiplier, and
Among
welcome
the
back to another episode of
Gary
Five
and I
Nights at
have an
Freddy's.
arrangement. I keep an eye on Goots, and
Also,
she shows me
apparently
what the
the
competition
ruined
Where
is.
Chica is definitely not.
Arms and armor, things like that.
Apparently the Rune
Anyway,
DLC
the
for
other day
security
she
which
shows
is
me a
actually
cute
good.
ass she's come by.
Hell yeah, it's
Masterpiece
it's
of
fucking
leather
awesome.
work. Light, supple, and tougher than it had any right to be.
I mean, I don't know what awesome means, but
Made my stuff
It's
look
great
like
and
every
awesome.
clumsy shit. I should have brought the bastard thing there and then just to study it, but I was too proud.
Dear traveler, can I have one
Every time I
schmeckle?
reach for my hammer, I'm
Dear
reminded that I'm
traveler.
not the craftsman I thought I was.
Dear traveler, my voice actor died, and I don't think
got
they're
what
gonna
you came for.
recast me. They're just gonna kill
piss
me.
off.
All right,
Oh, traveler.
we're going.
Dear traveler.
I always thought of old Blackthorn as a bit of a force of nature. Like a storm cloud full of hail.
Dear
Didn't think anything
traveler,
could rattle him.
I have a sneaking
Least of all the stupid piece
suspicion
of
that the
leather.
witness is gonna
Blackthorn's
kill
always
me.
taken pride in his craft. Questioning it means questioning himself. Something tells me this is only going to get worse. If he has doubts,
dude, if they
it'll
don't,
affect his
if
work.
they don't kill Zavala
It'll
and they
add
just
to his
like
problems.
recast him with like the fucking
We
like
need to nip this in the
most
bud.
nerd ass
I
fucking
couldn't agree
white
more.
dude voice imaginable.
He said he should have bought that cuirass.
I would
Perhaps we should
love
track
that.
it
I
down
would love
for him.
nothing more than for that to be
Assuming
the
you're happy
case.
to help, that is.
Too bloody right I
You're
am.
so disrespectful.
Glad
It's
to
so
hear it.
funny.
First things first, then. We need to speak to Karen.
And that is, you know, the Titans being represented by a Vanguard that actually represents them
You have a
themselves,
moment.
the player.
What? Third
Mentioned
place?
that
You
he'd
guys
recently come
suck.
by a leather cuirass. An exquisite example of the craft, from what he told us.
And he ain't been himself since he saw it. So we thought we'd buy it for him.
Sorry, sold it already. Didn't think Blackthorn
even
cared for it
random.
the way he turned his nose up.
Huh?
He's
Really nicely
matching.
put
This fucking
together, that's for
sucks.
certain. Even if the bloke who made it is a bit of an odd one. Happened across him on my travels. Max all his stuff to order, but the fella
We're
who
doing trial
commissioned it
style.
refused to pay.
Oh.
He didn't like the colour of summit,
Trial of Osiris.
so I took it off his hands for a fair
No,
price.
trial of style. It's like
You don't know
a
where
thing
we
in.
might
It's like a
find him.
contest in
Shut up.
WoW
Like I said,
of like you know,
He's a bit
like
of
a
an odd
nine
don't
players
even have a workshop.
make follow
Not
a.
just hunters neither, which means
They
he spends
follow
as
a
much
prompt
time
and
out
make
tracking
transmogs.
beasties as he does working their hides.
like a glamours or whatever
see.
of certain things, and then there's a series
Trans-
of rounds, and they vote.
He did tell me something.
Transmogs, I didn't know the
Apparently,
rules were
his
inclusive
next
like that.
commission is for a set of griffin hide
Sure, I did.
grapes.
Here, there's a griffin on the hunt board.
Why are people
Curse
posting?
breakers
Why
were
is just
placing bets
posting
on who'd
porn of the
bag it.
TF2 Century?
Now where the bleeding hell was
What?
excited? Somewhere in Sambrec, maybe.
What?
It's
Air
in Big
Northern,
People
That
Corner.
was it.
Thank you, Karen. We'd be lost without you.
At least you admit it.
So, it sounds like going after that griffin might be the best chance we have of finding our roaming leather worker.
It's
I'll leave the hunting to you if you don't mind.
someone made like a
Oh, you get on with
3D
that.
models
I'll
of
ask
like
around the markets.
why
See if I can't
waifu or
sniff out
What,
waifuified
the fucking
TF2.
engineers buildings as like fucking
Yeah.
girls.
Track 'em
That's
down.
fucking
Yeah.
stupid.
So this guy drew the TF2 Sentry giving head. Sentry down!
Erecting a dispenser.
Erecting a dispenser.
Chicken sandwich.
Chicken sandwich. Sir, you can't be back here. You can't be back here.
Alright. I will now stop my live stream.
Isn't Starforge Systems fucking Asmongold's?